So in this short best explained video, I'm going to share with you and show you how we help our agents to grow their business with our company. Just a quick backstory about myself. I've been in real estate for a little bit over 12 years. And as a matter of fact, I got my license back in 2013 on January 14, 2013. Now, about 5 years ago, on January 14, 2020, I launched my own brokerage, Best Homes Real Estate. And since then, we have grown. We hired hundreds of agents into our company. We also have an amazing team. As a matter of fact, I'm proud to say that most of the team members that we have in my company have been with me since inception, since the beginning of the company. As a matter of fact, Melissa right here, who's our director of operations, she's been with me for 8 years right now. She started as a brand new agent on my real estate team and then became an admin. And now pretty much she runs the entire show, if you will, inside of my company. David Aroni, who's our designated broker, a chief compliance officer, he joined my brokerage 5 years ago. Celine Hernandez, she's been with me for over 2 years now, I believe, and she's our creative digital manager. She helps our agents with everything when it comes to the digital media, branding, customization, optimization, and their social media pages. She's terrific at what she does. Tristan Horns has been with me for over 5 years now, and she handles all of our marketing lead generation services. And then, of course, as I mentioned, I've been doing this for 12 years. I personally sold over 500 homes, over $140 million in sales. And we got a great group. They're amazing what they do. Every day they get up to make sure that our agents have the best tools, they have the best resources, and more importantly, they have the best support to really grow their business. So when it comes to the support, we have multiple ways of helping and really supporting our agents. So we have 365 days broker support. We have a streamlined commission payout. So within 24 hours, you get your commissions. We have a dedicated transition team. Let's say, for instance, if you're moving to our brokerage and you need help with social media pages, if you need help with updating your website, if you need help to, let's say, customizing your for sale signs, your open house signs, your marketing materials, buyer, seller guides, business cards, we have a transition team that will work with you step by step. Before you even join the brokerage, we can get all of those things ready for you. In fact, we have agents that come to us with hundreds, sometimes even thousands of leads in their database. We'll help them to transition those as well, right? We also have a transaction coordinator services. So if you're an agent that is looking for TC help, right? Someone who's gonna help you with the paperwork on a back end. We have an amazing TC team that we can definitely work with you for a nominal fee. I believe they charge about $350 per transaction, right? But they do a really, really good job for our agents. We have listing coordination. And then we also offer one-on-one mentorship. And this is more of a guidance for a newer agent or maybe an experienced agent but haven't really done that much business. And our mentors are terrific. We have 3 mentors right now in a company. We have Linda, we have Steven, and we have Raul. All of them are producing agents, and they're phenomenal at what they do. And they share their wisdom, they share their experience, they share their knowledge. They are there to help our agents on many different fronts, all right? Especially when you're like a brand new agent and you just finished real estate school. Nothing against real estate schools, but it's only 90 hours, right? They don't really teach you that much about marketing yourself. They don't teach you that much about prospecting, lead gen, lead conversion, negotiations, showing homes, holding open houses. And that's where our mentors come in. And they will work with you for the first 6 transactions, right? And you can shadow them while they're doing open houses. You can shadow them when they're doing showings. You can shadow them when they're doing listings, right? And also they will set your plan for the next 90 to 120 days, right? So goal setting and making sure that, at the end of the day, let's say if you do have questions or you do have concerns, if you need some guidance or direction, they're going to be there helping you with overall process. And again, the goal here is so this way you have a mentor in a company. And the goal also is to make sure that you're getting your business off the ground as quickly as possible. I remember myself, being brand new as an agent, I wish I would have a mentor. I wish I would have somebody who was there kind of taking me under his or her wing. I didn't have that. And for the first 6 months, I struggled quite a bit. So it was tough. So now having these mentors inside of our company, I really truly believe is priceless. Now, in addition to the support and mentorship, we also provide, I feel like, the best education, right? So we have on-demand trainings that are available. In fact, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of trainings that are available for our agents that you can plug into any time of the day, 24/7. Pretty much trainings on everything, whether it's contracts, lead generation, lead conversion, marketing, branding, open houses, whatever you essentially need or looking for to really get your business off the ground, we have those trainings available. Now, in addition to the on-demand trainings, we have weekly live trainings. So I coach every single Monday at 10 o'clock. We call them Breakthrough Mondays, when really I focus primarily on mindset, on the belief system, reframing that, and also helping our agents to develop the skills that are required to go out there and get that business, right? We also have weekly masterminds called Coffee and Conversations with other top producing agents and their staff, right? And again, it's all very collaborative type of environment. We're sharing different experiences that we're going through in real estate. We also have free CE classes, usually once a month. And again, ongoing mentorship and coaching with our mentors, but also with me. I personally coach several of my agents and helping them to go from, let's say, $4 million to $10 million in sales to $15, $20, $30 million in sales. Now, we also recognize our agents. That's one of the great things about our culture, and I think culture is so important, right, is the fact that we're all about agents. Agents are partners, and we want to make sure that they're constantly being recognized and elevated for their achievements. Look, in the last couple of years, 2-3 years, has been really, really tough industry-wide. So agents, obviously are at the front lines, and it's not easy to go out there nowadays to get those buyers under contract with a 7% interest rate, or even getting some of these listings under contracts with 25,000 listings, right? And I'm recording this in a month of April. So we had about 25,000 listings on MLS right now, right? So you guys are special. You're doing very important work, and it's not easy work. Real estate is simple, but it's not easy. You're out there every day getting that business, right? So we're recognizing your achievements, and we typically do that through social media department, right? Constantly recognizing what you guys are doing when it comes to Reels, what you just listed recently, what you just have closed, your experiences, right? All of that is utilized to really provide you the platform for you to shine in front of your followers, in front of your clients, right? We also do monthly agent achievements. Every single month we have a company meeting where, again, we're celebrating and recognizing our agents' production. We have quarterly dinners with the top producing agents. So you spend that dinner with me and Melissa, and we take all of our winners for the last 3 months to a really nice fancy restaurant. We have our annual awards ceremony. In fact, we had one last week at Arizona Broadway Theater. We had 150 people in a room. It was epic. It was amazing. Everybody had a great time. We gave out 25 awards. We gave out a lot of cash for different prizes. We had trivia questions. So it was amazing, right? And then, of course, we have happy hours. We call them real estate socials. So I would say probably every month and a half to 2 months, we invite all of our agents to attend our happy hours on the west side of the valley, east side of the valley, Phoenix, Scottsdale. We got agents all over the valley. But again, this is all about you guys. We want to make sure that you have the platform to shine and share with your clients. All right, so one of the unique and probably the most powerful value propositions or offers that we're providing to the agents is our in-house lead gen services. The importance of lead gen is huge, right? Most of the agents out there, they want to close more transactions. They want to sell more homes. When they sell more homes, they make more money, right? When they have more money, they have options. They can live their life on their terms. But most of the agents struggle, and the main reason they struggle is because they don't have a consistent flow of leads coming in. These are buyer leads, these are seller leads. There's a combination of both, right? And what we do in our company is we have a separate division called Fastlead.io that generates leads for our agents. And this is very important. Now, we do things differently. What we do is we provide the lead gen services, and you get to pick the type of leads that you want to pay for, okay? We have leads that literally, we have agents that are spending $5 to $10 a day and get 4, 5, 6 leads. We have agents that are spending $20, $30 a day and they get 10, 15, 20 leads, right? We have buyer leads, we have seller leads, we have investor leads, we have a new build leads, right? We probably generate thousands and thousands of leads every single month, and these are exclusive leads going directly to our agents, right? You don't pay different split for those, right? You're in control of those leads, but here's where the magic happens, right? So not only we generate these leads, but we also set up the AI-powered lead assistant that works those leads for you 24/7. Now imagine you have essentially an ISA or an appointment setter that is working 24/7, that doesn't need to be trained, that doesn't need to be managed. You don't have to deal with the hourly pay or workers' comp or having someone sit next to you. You have an AI-powered assistant that is working leads, qualifying these leads, and putting them on your calendar. We have agents in my company right now that are closing 1 to 2 transactions every single month and making anywhere between $10,000 to $25,000 every single month by generating leads from our services. The AI will work those leads. We also have a retargeting campaigns that basically stays on top of your leads, make sure that you're constantly seeing you on their feed. We have nurture sequences that go out. We have bi-weekly group coaching calls at the end of the day to make sure that we train you how to work those leads, right? How to do a better job of converting them, how to meet with them, all of the things that are so important because lead to speed is critical, right? One of the things that we noticed is the fact that when you contact the lead within first 5 minutes, right, your conversion rates increase by 106%. And your qualifying rate is increased by 21%. And by the way, that's not my study. That study was actually from MIT, right? So by having the AI-powered lead assistant, it will work your leads. It will really streamline a lot of conversations and engagements. So this way you only work with people that are ready, that are serious, talking to you and meeting with you. And that's huge. Now, in addition to the AI, we have a dedicated ISA team or appointment setters that really kind of overlaps. So AI is not perfect. Let's say your follow-up is not perfect, but then we have an ISA team that will work your leads and also put them on your calendar. Now, if our ISA team works your leads and puts them on a calendar, there's a 20% referral fee on a back end when you close these transactions. This is the breakdown of how it all looks, right? As a Fastlead.io, that's one of our divisions. We will create an offer for you, a compelling offer. So you have potential buyers or sellers that will click on it and opt in, right? We're gonna work on the different types of copies. We're gonna not only set up the campaign, but we're also gonna run these campaigns. We're gonna test these campaigns. We're gonna be constantly working on optimizing these campaigns. These are gonna be meta campaigns, right? We're also going to be retargeting to all those leads that opt in, and maybe they're not responding, right? So just dedicating maybe $3 to $5 a day. We're going to have more content that's going to go out to those individuals that are part of your ecosystem now, right? So there's AI that is going to be working those leads. And then, of course, all the support on top of that. The training, you're going to have a dedicated client success manager that will work with you in making sure that you're getting these wins and results as quickly as possible. So here's some of the examples of AI conversations with the leads. As you can see it right here, it's essentially like human conversation. And by the way, this is getting better and better. I would not be surprised the next 2 to 3 months, it'll be 10 times better than it is right now. And let's say 6 or 7 months or 8 months from now, it's going to be 10 times better than that. We're constantly training and optimizing AI. And eventually what it's going to do is going to replace ISAs completely. So all of the leads that you're generating, but not only the leads that you're generating, but also the leads that maybe you have in your database that are been dormant, for months or maybe possibly years, AI can start re-engaging with them and getting those people to start raising their hand. Imagine if you, let's say, have 2,000 or 3,000 right now leads, and you really don't have the time to follow up with all of them. You don't have an ISA to follow them. Imagine if you have an AI having hundreds of simultaneous conversations with these leads, getting these leads re-engaged, having those leads raise their hand, and then putting them on your calendar. How much more money you're going to be able to make. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to provide you. Same thing with ISA team. We have an in-house trained ISA team that will work your leads. So again, all of this right here that I mentioned to you is the lead gen services that we offer. These are paid leads that are exclusive to you. We have agents that literally spending $10 a day, and they usually close 1 to 2 transactions a month from these leads, right? But we also, in addition to the paid leads, we have free leads that are already in our database. We have about 17,000 leads that we generated from Google as well as PPC. We have several different referral programs as well, partners, Prime Street, Opcity is another one. We provide seller leads like for sale by owners, expireds, cancel listings, distress leads. So if you want to generate seller opportunities, get listings that way, that's actually how I was able to get my business off the ground, was the fact that I was calling expireds, cancels, for sale by owners. We have many agents here in the company that are crushing it with that. In fact, one agent comes to mind, Steven. Last year alone, he listed over 20 homes working for sale by owners, went from $4 million in sales to almost $11 million in sales in less than a year in a very tough market of 2024. But all this information, all of these contacts will provide you their personal information, their property information, multiple phone numbers, like it's all skip traced. All of that is available to you, okay? Now, where do we house all of these leads, right? Well, we house all of these leads in the CRM. So we have 2 CRMs that we offer to our agents. If you are members of Best Homes Real Estate, you're going to get Bold Trail. Now, we used to use KV Core, but we upgraded to Bold Trail. Bold Trail is a beast. It offers you your own custom website. We can import your database. We can set up all the automations for you guys there. All of that is part of the package. Now, if you're part of our Fastlead.io program, then we also include GHL Go High Level CRM that has the AI automations to its max. So we have agents that use Bold Trail and GHL. We have agents that only use Bold Trail. And we also have agents that only use GHL. It's completely up to you. The lead gen services are huge. Again, I cannot stress this enough. It will really help you to generate additional 4, 5, 6, 10 transactions a year. That can potentially be anywhere between $60,000 to $200,000 in additional income on top of your sphere or your past clients. Now, we also help our clients with their branding and marketing. When I say our clients, I'm talking about agents, right? So we have an in-house personal branding department. This is not a third-party vendor or a company, right? In-house lead gen and in-house personal branding, these are departments within our company, right? These are employees that are part of our company. And here's what's included: headshots, website updates, business cards, social media rebranding, full access to Canva Pro with all of our templates, custom signs, all print materials, email signatures, as well as our best swag. Everything right here that you see is something that we have it available for our agents. For instance, if you're an agent that's signing up on a revenue share platform, you're going to get custom design signs, you're going to get installation and removal. That's part of the process, right? And then also there's going to be a QR code. So again, this is important. You don't have to pay for your own signs. Those signs are included if you're part of our revenue share program. We also have an in-house photographer that takes amazing pictures, right? These are headshots. We can take, we usually have them every single Friday, or at least once a month. You can come in and you can take some beautiful pictures of yourself. And then, of course, we have an in-house video, all right? So if let's say you want to do a reel, as a matter of fact, we just completed a 36-week video challenge, and we had 3 agents that crushed it. And one of those agents won $400 cash prize, right? We can record these videos in the office. You can record those videos. We can help you to edit those videos. And we also will collaborate with you on IG, post those videos, share those videos. Look, branding is your #1 currency. Branding is so important because what branding is doing, it's educating your audience, it's nurturing your audience, and then ultimately converts those audience to become your clients. And these are some of the examples that we use right here when it comes to the reels. Let me see if this one is working. Well, no, I'm not going to go there right now, but you can check them out on our IG profile, Best Homes Real Estate, or our Facebook account, which is Best Homes Real Estate as well. Now, we talked about our culture. We talked about our in-house lead generation services. We talked about our branding services. That the next component or the next pillar with Best Homes Real Estate is our residual income opportunities. Look, I'm all about having multiple streams of income, right? So real estate sales is #1. It's always should be your #1. But why not have additional revenue streams coming in? So what we do here with Best Homes Real Estate is we have a Best Rev Share platform, right? It's 7 levels deep. And the cool part about it is the fact that for each level, you don't need to have qualifying agents. Like there are brokerages out there and they obviously brought in thousands and thousands and thousands of agents. Like in order for you to unlock, let's say level 2 or level 3, or let's say level 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, you have to have essentially an army of agents in each level, and they have to be qualifying agents, right? They had to sell X number of homes in the past 6 months or 12 months in order for them to qualify as a qualifying agent, and that's how you're going to be able to unlock the next level. Well, with us, that's not the case at all. With us, if let's say, for example, I bring John right here, and then John brings Isaac, and Isaac closes a deal, well, guess what? John gets paid, and I get paid right off the bat. I don't need to build this level right here in order for me to get paid from Isaac, right? And then, for example, if let's say Melissa is level 4, Melissa sells, now Isaac gets paid, John gets paid, and I get paid, right? So it's very simple. And the reason we decided to do this is because the feedback that we're getting from the agents from other brokerages, the revenue share brokerages, was the fact that, look, Alan, I build out my level 1, I have some level 2, I have 3 or 4, level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7, but I'm only getting paid at level 1. That's it, right? And I'm not really getting anything from level 3 down. So we simplified the entire process, and it makes sense for you to bring on agents, and whoever brings the next agent to their downline, you're getting compensated, all right? So 50% of the commission goes directly to you. And there are a couple other things that we offer is we do offer co-sponsor revenue share. So if let's say there's an agent that wants to be mentored by you, and let's say it wants to be mentored by another agent, there's a co-sponsor revenue share opportunity that is available. As I mentioned to you again, no frontline qualifiers required. And this is a big one. Now, in addition to the revenue share, we also offer to a selected group of agents ownership in our mortgage company. What that means is you guys are going to get buy-in into the equity of the mortgage company. Same thing with the title company. We have a title company where you can buy in into the title company. And the cost of that is $1,000 for 1 unit of that company, or I'm sorry, 100 units of that company. Right, so that's something that is available as well for those agents that looking to, again, diversify or add additional revenues to their portfolio. Selling real estate is first and foremost the #1 thing, right? We, at the end of the day, are a real estate sales company. Without real estate sales, right, there's nothing, like we're not going to have mortgage opportunities, we're not going to have title opportunities, and we're definitely not going to have any revenue share opportunities. So we make sure that first and foremost, you have all the tools, you have all the resources, you have the know-how to go out there and sell real estate. That's #1. Then everything else comes together. That's revenue share, that's ownership and mortgage, as well as ownership and title. Let's talk about the payout, right? So you may be wondering, okay, what are the splits or what are the fees? When it comes to our compensation model, we give you 4 different options. I'm all about options when it comes to providing offers to our agents, right? So let's talk about these 3 options, and then I will also touch on the 4th one. So option 1 or option A is what we call a best partner. Well, best partner is a flat fee per file plan, okay? So for instance, if you're an agent, you sell a house, it's a $10,000 commission check, well, you pay us $500 transaction fee. We cap it at $7,000, and after you reach your cap, you pay $249 per transaction after that, okay? So this is more for experienced agent. This is someone, let's say, for example, not ready to build their downline. They really wanted to focus more on closing more transactions, keeping more money in their pocket. This is what we have available. Now, part of this package, you're still gonna get personalized rebranding with our transition team, best agent support, our website, IDX, CRM, all of that is gonna be included, all of our training, and then opportunity to invest in mortgage as well as the title companies, right? Super straightforward. $500 per file per transaction. If you're more into the revenue share, let's say, for example, you want to build your downline, we have something called revenue share partner, right? Or rev share partner. And it's an 85-15 split with a $15,000 cap. And when you reach that cap, it's only $249 per transaction. With the rev share plan, there are definitely more perks, right? So for example, all of this right here is the same, but now we're talking about revenue share 7 levels deep, includes one-on-one mentorship, includes free seller and buyer lead gen services, includes free buyer and seller leads, custom listing signs, free marketing collateral, client database marketing, and then free listing and buyer marketing tools. So all of that fall under the 85-15 revenue share partner model. And then we have something for the teams, and it's almost kind of like a subscription model. And it starts at $997 per month. So if let's say you're a team of less than 10 agents, let's say it's 2 to 10 agents, guess what? You're only paying $997 a month for a limited number of transactions. So if let's say you're a team leader and you have 6 agents and collectively you guys close 4 transactions this month, you're only paying $997 a month. It doesn't matter how many transactions you close, you're paying $997 a month. That's $12,000 a year. This is a great deal for, again, a team. Now, if you're a team that is interested in the revenue share opportunities, or let's say you're a team leader that want to bring agents, let's say some of these agents are just not going to be the ideal fit for your team, which happens. I used to run a team, and not every agent was the ideal fit for the team. But what I did, I would used to bring them to my brokerage. I would not get paid because there was no revenue share. But in this case, if let's say you want to bring agents and you want to get paid, there's a revenue share plan for the teams as well, where it's 85-15 split. The team leader pays a $15,000 cap. And then depending on the size of the team member is going to either pay $7,500 cap or a $4,000 cap on the size of that team. This is kind of like a breakdown, if you will, of the what we call an unlimited transaction for a monthly flat fee. So no splits, no transaction fees, no franchise fee. The rebranding services are included. Again, we can give you an offer to join our mortgage as well as title companies. And then we can also help you to recruit agents with our modern day brokerage done for you services. That's agent attraction, marketing, acquisition services that we offer to the team leaders. So for team leaders, this is like an irresistible offer. I used to be a team leader and I pretty much had to do everything myself. For 4 years, it was me, it was admin. We would recruit agents, we would train agents. 99% of the time, we will answer their questions, we'll support those agents. Like it was really nonstop, right? But here we can help you with a lot of those tasks, all right? So if you want more agents, we have a service that we can attract agents into your team, right? If you need help with branding, we have an in-house media team, in-house marketing team, right? We have even a podcast studio, right? Done for you social media postings. If you want accountability, for example, we have KPI scorecards, trackers, leadership coaching, right? If you want better support, we got best broker support, best ops support, best culture. You want more lead flow because you got to feed your team members, right? We have an in-house lead gen services. We have an AI SDR team working those leads. We have seller and buyer referral programs. We have a bull trail and go high level for CRMs, AI chat, like all of the things that a team leader has to go outside of the brokerage to invest in and spend thousands and thousands of dollars for. We have it included part of our package, right? And then, of course, the residual income opportunities with the mortgage ownership, title ownership, revenue share, all of that is available and offered to you guys. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we want you to keep as much as possible in your pocket. So it starts at $9.97 a month, up to 10 agents. If you have up to 20 agents, it's $15.97 a month. Up to 50 agents, it's only $19.97 a month. And this is the breakdown of all of that. By the way, let's say, for example, on a flat fee model or a revenue share model, right? So your team members pay $95 a monthly tech fee, or they can pay upfront $900 for the entire year. And then there's a $600 annual E&O that they pay on the first transaction. The onboarding is $100 for the team member and $200 for the team leader. At the end of the day, we want to create the environment here in our company where you as teams can flourish, you can grow, you can attract agents, you can better support those agents with all of our tools and resources and personnel. And this is what our agents are sharing their experience. I'm not going to play all of these right here, but at least this way you can go on our website, check them out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. What I suggest you do is, if you're interested and would like to partner with us with Best Homes Real Estate, click on this join button right here. It will take you to the page where you can start the process going. And I am looking forward to meeting you and learning about you, your business, and helping you to grow and become a successful real estate agent or a team leader here with our brokerage. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.